Currently in our area, 74 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, rain early, then remaining cloudy with showers overnight. Low, 62. Chance of rain, 60%. Saturday, thunderstorms likely. High, 77. Winds southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain, 80%. Saturday night, thunderstorms early. Low, 65. Winds light and variable. Chance of rain, 60%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Severe weather is delivering as promised. A large area of real estate from the mid-Atlantic to the southeast to the Mississippi River Valley. Many storms within here are going severe, but we do have a couple of tornado warnings that I want to give you updates on. Let's start out in Virginia, including in and around the city of Lynchburg. This storm is starting to show some signs that the rain-cooled air is going to start to dominate, and we're going to surge forward and kind of end some of the worst of the rotation. That said, over the past few minutes, we had a very clear tornado signature within this storm. It is loosening up a little bit, and I would argue possibly even dropping south of the warning area. So remember, if you're in Amherst, if you're in Bedford, you want to take this storm seriously. And notice how strong that couplet was as it made its way through the southern portion of this warning, meaning the greens and the reds right next to each other. There was even a spot of blue in there briefly. Now that best couplet where the greens and the reds are touching is right along that southern edge of the warning, possibly even a little bit closer to Rustburg. And then this is that surge of rain-cooled air blasting in. So that is straight line winds, which can also do damage. So we're timing out the worst here of the rotating winds, and it'll be basically near Concord by about 4:30. Oxford Furnace, you're in that timing, but you're being timed on the heavy rain and the hail threat, which honestly has probably already arrived. And this is a beast of a storm. Cloud tops going well through the atmosphere. If you're in Concord, if you're in Gladys, and looking back towards this storm, that's basically the huge anvil, that overshooting anvil, reaching out ahead of the storm right in here, aloft in the atmosphere. And if there is going to be a tornado, you notice how there was that notch briefly right in there. That was the best time frame of seeing that tornado. Now, hopefully this rain-cooled air is cutting off that circulation. It doesn't mean the threats are gone. It just means that we're getting more of a straight line wind threat here as opposed to a tornado threat. But it is still a tornado warning, and we could still have some pretty significant damage with that storm system. Now, the other one that we are keeping a close eye on is here in extreme northeastern portions of Louisiana. Lone storm, doesn't have anything else in the way, nothing to kind of mess up the flows for this one right now. And so here we do have that inflow notch, untapped air coming towards the storm right there, rain-cooled air wrapping back around, and a clear signature right in that intersection where the green colors are moving towards the radar and the red moving away. Newest timing for you as this rotation has jumped south of I-20. Just a second ago it was north of I-20, so it has crossed the highway. Hopefully not with a tornado, because that always means problems. But let's time out some of the worst of the rotation for you. Delhi by 3:31, Tallulah by about 4:30, and all the way to Mound and right along the Mississippi River, if this holds together at its forward speed of about 15 to 20 miles per hour by 5:06. So it's going to take a while to get there. But that said, this storm also means business here in Louisiana, Franklin and Richland parishes, including the Delhi area. I do think Delhi being back towards State Route 80 is more in the heavy rain and the hail threat. The worst of the circulation is just south of I-20 now, but there certainly could be a tornado with this storm as well. So a lot to follow here. Again, there's that worst of the circulation, and then the timing for you again, as most of those cities are on this kind of northern side of our timing. The worst of the rotation will likely stay in here and along or south of I-20 at this point, especially if that storm continues to ramp up. Sometimes they turn even further right from their forward motion. And finally, we showed you the big lightning jump with the storm outside of Birmingham just a minute or two after noticing that.